Oh,
Hurry,
you gotta raise your hands. Yeah, Goku, give me
Oh. It did. Yeah, it did. Let me share it.
You might want to change the thumbnail because it's still showing the Deadpool
Yeah,
Wolverine
I don't
review.
know if I can. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can. No, I hear you. Why are they saying they're saying you're muted? Did you fired. You're fired.
You're fired. You- you're f- yeah, let me just share that we are live
Yeah,
on
that's what I'm trying to do too, but
Instagram. Let's
I
try
gotta get this
to.
freaking I gotta switch up this freaking thumbnail over here. Let me switch this freaking thumbnail. Let me switch it. I gotta
Well, while we're
switch it.
doing that, how's everyone doing that's in here? How y'all doing? You guys played Sparking
The
Zero?
ones who can hear
Seen
us.
Daima?
What?
How was your day? Did you eat? Did you eat?
What if it's this?
Yeah,
I
no,
hope
you're
you
muted.
figured it out.
This might have
Copy.
fixed it. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Possibly.
He said we're all on mute.
We're all on
But like
mute. What?
Yeah.
Oh no, Heesh. What did you do?
I just changed the settings
Fired.
to properly have all the audio in here. I don't know what's going
You're
on.
fired. You're fired.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, it fixed it. I fixed it. I hear it now.
Now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, you guys hear us. Sorry about the audio issues and such. We're good now. We're
Yeah,
fine.
guys.
Ready?
I almost
As
fired Heesh.
So let's just repeat this again. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Plastic Power Podcast. This is Star Blast Studios alongside Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations.
It's me.
Apologies for the technical delays, but hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about for today's episode of the Plastic Power Podcast. We got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that just recently came out, which we have a lot of thoughts and things to say about that. Dragon Ball Daima has recently put out its newest episode, which there's a lot of things I have to say about that. And then we can probably talk a little bit about the figures, see if our perception of these Tamashii Nation 3.0 Goku and Vegeta adult figures have changed since the release of Daima. Because I do think it's important to judge the figures based upon the material that they're basing the molds off of. So that's gonna be a defining factor there. But
the 3.0 bodies.
yeah, the 3.0
Alright.
bodies.
I'm done.
3.0.
That is not. I don't know what symbols you were doing, Rich.
3.0.
There we go.
There you
That
go.
works.
3.0.
Okay. Thank you everyone for your patience and for tuning into this podcast. Now, first off, let's go ahead and talk about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Champ, I know you've played it so far.
Wait,
I don't know how much you've played. Oh my god,
Sparking Zero.
PSA: do not play with lighters
Yeah, don't play
unless
with
you have
fire,
an
not a
adult
good
around.
idea. Okay. Let us know what you got. Okay, so let me see what C said. Sparking Zero is mad good, but ranked is so sweaty. I've been raging so much. Yeah, it can definitely be like that. Actually, as a matter of fact, one of the critiques I will say with Sparking Zero with its ranked mode is that if you're playing with the classic controls and you hadn't actually played very much like on the game just starting up yet, for some reason there's a glitch in the game where it shows you the classic controls. Sorry, it shows you the modern style controls when you're trying to do like the inputs, and when you're not used to the inputs yet, it kind of puts you in a difficult position. I will say this gets fixed though the more that you actually play the game and get used to the controls. But when you're hopping into ranked and you're just trying to see real quick like how to do a certain special move or whatnot, they should show you properly how to do that. So I do think that that's a visual bug that needs to be fixed.
Oh. What's the whole thing with the Kid Goku that everybody was mad at?
So well, that depends on I'm not sure which one, but I'm assuming that the thing you're talking about was that
I
with
think
the
it's the Daima one.
so you're thinking the Daima, they have an issue with the Daima version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
people like
Daima
weren't
only has
happy
a
about it or
Japanese
something.
dub.
Yeah, okay, so with that, I don't know if it's because they're determining right now whether or not they should have Stephanie or Colleen voice Kid Goku yet, because there's a mixture and the difference is opinion as to who should do that. Personally, I think it should be Stephanie, because she's actually the one voicing Kid Goku right now in Daima.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that but for right now, they're probably just waiting for the actual episodes of Daima to be released in dub before they actually throw the lines in, which makes sense. I do think it's important to go and promote the Japanese version of Daima for right now, just to give the show a little bit more room to just breathe and settle in, so that people accept it. But one issue I will say, because you mentioned Kid Goku, I was mixing that up with another issue, and that was the visual style that they chose for Kid Goku from OG Dragon Ball, because for that style they went with the Shintani look for Kid Goku, which we only saw I think a couple times, which was like in a flashback. And personally, I don't like that style for Kid Goku at all. I would have preferred if they would just been like more consistent and just went with the actual style that he appeared in OG Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I did see his outfit was different because it has like it's kind of like Goten's in Super where it has like the undershirt, but it doesn't show off in the arms. It's a weird design. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I think the facial expression and then the lack of a nose in certain shots, it just makes the model look very weird in
Yeah, what is he, Krillin?
Yeah, exactly. Also, will Daima have Super Saiyan since it was shown in the trailer? Well, if it was shown in the trailer, they're definitely going to have Super Saiyan. What, are they just not going to have Super Saiyan after that? All that hard work and
Don't they have
animation, and they're not even going to, they're
this
actually just going to cut Super Saiyan completely from the show? Come on. No, they're definitely going to have it. Hmm?
It's
By the way, guys, we are live, and if you want to, have your friends join on in the discussion, be sure to share this live stream right now. We're gonna be talking about Dragon Ball for the next hour. Everything
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I just shared it on my TikTokaroo to my
Yeah,
Instagram,
share it on your
TikTok.
TikToks, on your Instagrams, on your Facebook, so that way your grandma can click on it and be like, "What the hell is Dragon Ball?"
Oh, you mean in Sparking Zero? I
Danny boy,
apologize, C.
what's Dragon Ball?
I mean, they definitely could. Yeah, no, maybe probably in a future update in DLC or something. But I wouldn't expect them
Who's
to go crazy on Diamond content right now, since the show's still in the works, and right now they also have to work on other factors that will have to be added
so
into there, like Super 17 and
so they
other
have all
DLC.
like the main Z characters, heroes and villains. Same with Super and GT.
Hmm. So they're
Uh,
missing Super 17, but there's leaks that is suggesting that they're gonna put
yeah,
Super 17
I
in
saw
DLC.
that. Daima, you said they're still working on, and then what am I missing? Dragon Ball. There's no like OG Dragon Ball. It's just Z and after.
No, there's OG
See,
Dragon Ball. But they only have Kid Goku. There's no
So
Mercenary Tao. There's no Demon King
oh, the
Piccolo.
Yamcha's in there from Dragon Ball. That outfit you can unlock
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
it's an outfit, but it's
oh,
still like this. It
very
still goes onto
nice.
the same Z version Yamcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Bardock
But
is
we'll
both.
probably get more later. I mean, right now it's just Z Super, and then we're gonna get DLC for Daima and Dragon Ball Super Hero. The Gammas. If you pre-ordered, you get the access to the first season pass, I believe.
Is
Which is
both
the Ultimate Edition. What was that?
is both versions of Bardock in it?
Yes,
Yes.
you can. Well,
Yes.
it's
So
technically the same
Super and
Bardock, but you
Z?
can change out the outfit.
Yeah, it's like I guess skins. Do they call it skins?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which honestly, I like that they did it that way because really it just goes to show that the Super version of Bardock and the Z version of Bardock, they're really not that different in terms of like
No, they're
their
not.
overall character.
Yeah.
Except one wears a badass red scarf that's made out of the blood of his comrades.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, you can't say that that's the biggest thing
That
missing
was
is
But no, I'm talking
yeah,
about
I think
go
personality,
full
guys.
on
Not
Rambo with the headband.
No, personality
Yeah.
wise, they're still pretty much the same, but they have like differences in like events that take place to them that shape
Are
their
they
character.
though? Because Super Barda cares about his son, while Z didn't give a rat's ass about him.
No. He did care about. I mean, they did
Yeah,
show
he
that he
did,
did
yeah.
show some care and such because he was like he was changing the future for his son and everyone of Planet Vegeta. Like he will change everything. It was a
True.
Yeah.
desperate move, which came from a place of care and I think pride for that he has for the Saiyan race. But
True.
I will say that aspect that OG Bardock had when it came to the pride, to Saiyan pride, was I think better highlighted in the Z version, especially in the Granola arc, because they did a proper job at using his character arc to display what true Saiyan pride is. How Vegeta had a false perception of it, how Goku, from understanding Bardock, actually understood properly what Saiyan pride is. It's all about just, survival and sticking into the fight and doing what you could to survive.
Yeah.
Let me see what C has. Do you guys think we'll get more music to be added to the DLC? I want more Bruce Falconer OSTs. Well, I can tell you that's not going to happen, but there may not be any more after what they added. No, well, the thing is that Falconer OSTs was really just an English dub thing. Okay, before I actually answer the question, what would you guys think about Falconer music being in the game?
I would like it.
It would be cool, but for copyright and legal reasons, it's not. I mean,
Right,
I mean, as long as I get the OG, cha la da 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 da, that's what's
Yeah.
really missing in this game, to be honest. Because the weird I don't know, it's like generic adventure music that they use for the game. It's just weird. Like I don't know why they didn't just have it in the game in the first place when you can buy the DLC for it. I guess it's just, here, take more of my money for Dragon Ball fans, even though I spent over $110 on the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I'm not a
How
big
many
fan.
of you guys spent $110 on the Ultimate Edition? Who pre-ordered that? Come on, show of hands. I want to see it in the chat right now.
We got one right
me
over
and
here.
me and
Okay,
Hisha are
to
guilty.
be fair, I only paid 100 because someone sent me a $10 gift on Steam. So
Yeah.
shout out to that person who saved me $10.
Saved you
$10. Why? What's added in it?
So you get early access to, well, this is when you pre-order in general, but you get early access to the 7 characters, which is Gogeta from Super Broly, Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue, Broly in his Berserk Black Hair form, Super Saiyan Broly, Legendary Broly,
All the forms
and then
of
you
Broly
get
from the movie.
and then you get Kid Goku from Daima. And then you get access to the season pass, which will have the Gammas, superhero,
Gohan Beast.
DLC, Gohan Beast most likely, and Piccolo, Orange Piccolo. Then you get DLC from Daima, so I guess we're going to get more characters from Daima. So it might be more from like the demons and everything.
As the series goes on, yeah, they'll definitely add more characters from Daima in there.
And you also get early access to, I guess, 2 wishes from Super Shenron and regular Shenron.
Yeah.
Which allows you to unlock things early, like, outfits, Zenny, or unlockable characters.
I just unlocked regular Zamasu with the wish. Just get more characters.
And you also get I think Goku in his Super Broly outfit with the kanji and the
Yeah.
power pole and everything. So you get that as an alternate costume as well.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that
Pretty
that's not
cool.
really an alternate costume. It's they actually change out the moveset to where, just like with Daima Goku, you use the power pole in some moves instead of using a typical ki blast.
Oh yeah, that's right. You also get this on a
Nice.
you get this little thingy over here. This little thing right here. You get this card thing that you
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Yeah, but that comes with only if you get it physically. I didn't get.
Yeah,
I
I
got
got
it
it
off of
physically
Steam.
because I like to hold my games. I like to hold it. I like to have the physical.
The physical copy. Yeah, I'm like that too with stuff. I want physical copies. I don't. Here's the digital copy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I need to get Fused Zamasu with the
How,
Super
how are
Dragon
you
Balls
guys?
as well or
How are
something.
you guys liking the game so far, though?
I
Bro,
like it, but I also hate it.
okay, I'll just say
Hey,
this. Like, okay, starting off first with the things I like. The game feels like the older Tenkaichi 3 Tenkaichi series. Like, it feels like Tenkaichi 3,
okay.
but with, a better sort of system. So I like that when you do beam clashes, you don't have to break your controller trying to spin the sticks faster than the other person.
Yeah.
They changed it out with just like spamming the X button or something, whichever.
Okay.
X or
Yeah, that's
square,
better.
depending on whatever console you're on.
No.
So that I think
Champ,
is
why do
cool.
you hate it and love it?
So I love it because it definitely feels like play for me. I only played the first, what was it, Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I played a little bit of the third one on an emulator. But I mostly played Rage and Blast in high school, and honestly,
Me
this kind
too.
of almost feels like it. To be honest, it feels very familiar. I love it. I love playing all these other characters that you don't see in like newer games. Like what I hate about it is that the AI is freaking annoying. And I'm talking specifically about the Zamasu and Goku Black fights and Great Ape Vegeta, because those boss battles are the most stressful fights ever. And I do not want to see it in the
No.
chat. Get good. I swear to God. If I hear someone
No,
say
I
it's a
was gonna
skill issue,
straight up
it
say it
is
out
not a
loud, bro.
skill
The
issue.
Great Ape Vegeta is not that hard. He's not that hard, bro.
He's not actually. I think I beat him like after the third,
Listen,
fourth
most
try.
people are complaining about it. Listen, all you have to do if you really want to just beat Great Ape Vegeta, just go into sparking mode, get behind the guy, and just spam this X or square
I
button.
think the difficult part is when you're fighting the Ginyu Force and they take down your health, and then two, when you're trying to beat Goku Black as Zamasu, you're trying to get that what if scenario, and you have to clear a certain objective to order to get that what if, and they
Yes,
are constantly dodging. Even if you're going in sparking mode, they constantly dodge your attack.
yes, that was
Eh,
very difficult to say the least.
What are some of
I
the what
agree with you on that.
what are some of the what if
So
stories?
the what if I think you're talking about the one where they decide to not fuse originally as Merge Zamasu, right? You fight with as Goku Black
yes.
instead against Vegito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I really like that what if because it basically says if it shows if they didn't fuse, they would have won. And I agree with that because all of Goku Black's abilities that he was utilizing did keep the fighters on edge throughout the entire time they were there. So, and the other thing too, I think that the sparking mode reminds me a lot about it reminds me actually of Raging Soul. But it's actually even though it's literally the exact same thing as Tenkaichi 3, but what they added in from Raging Blast that I really like was having its own unique soundtrack that you can add into whichever character you want, which reminds me of like how it was when you go into Raging Soul, how the environment changed and the music changed. That's cool. I really like that aspect of it. Um, but yeah, the what if sections and the bosses they are very difficult, but I wouldn't say that they're the worst in the world because, like, I'll be honest. So in my experience, um, when growing up playing Tenkaichi 3, I played that on the Wii. I had the Wii remote and nunchucks, and that does not transfer over to playing it on a controller when playing Sparking Zero. So luckily, this was a few days before Sparking Zero had came out. I downloaded the emulator and such and practiced with one of my friends online. And surprisingly, the instincts that I had did kind of transfer over. So where I'm saying with is that it's really important, I think, to really just get the timing right and go into training. And I apologize if I'm talking a bit too much here. Just go into training, and you'll eventually be able to get it. It's just the all the dodging that the characters do, you got to be like right ahead of them. And just but yeah, getting the timing just right before that dialogue appears for Goku Black to be able to just defeat Goku on time, that was still a pain in the ass regardless.
Yeah, because there's no timer. You just kind of got to go by the dialogue and be like, oh, okay, if I don't reach his health to be at this level before this dialogue, I'm screwed. But it's like it's definitely a challenge. But I just wish that I don't know, it'd be better for like I guess the objectives to be a little bit more clear. You know what I'm saying? Like just to kind of see what you have to do.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to just keep on like you shouldn't have to like look up a guide online to figure it out. This should be something you figure out while playing the game.
It seems like what you do is you play it like normally, like how the story goes, and then if you go back, you unlock like you see what the additional objective is to get a what if, but it's like, man.
The worst feeling that I'm trying to avoid with these what ifs is just going in there and guessing what the unlock conditions could be and then wasting time because it was actually so much simpler. That's why I'm just like, I'm not going to risk that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to look up a video that says how to unlock the what if without spoiling it. Mario Zilla, what's going on, guy? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Super Mario Ziller. Let's I think we should jump into Daima now.
Well, any other final thoughts on Sparking Zero?
I'm still enjoying it, minus the stressful boss battles. But I've completed the Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta campaigns. I think I'm gonna go into Piccolo next, or maybe Goku Black. I really like the Gohan campaigns. I think they have the most interesting what ifs, to be honest. But I'm enjoying it so far, and yeah, I can't wait to see more content from this game. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Goodness.
Yeah, I agree with
Are
you
you
there.
trying to do the Christian Bale thing?
No. It was just like it's a meme I saw. It was like
Yeah, that's the Christian Bale shit.
no. Christian Bale is like
Oh, okay, it's not. It's very similar.
yeah, it is very similar.
All right, let's jump into episode 1 of Daima.
Okay, Dragon Ball Daima. All right.
So I wasn't really looking forward to this, but I really enjoyed this episode 1.
I've been telling
Really
y'all
enjoyed
this
it.
is gonna be the best. This from
Whoa, the best. I don't know
the
about
best
that.
Dragon Ball story we received in a long time.
Oh, all right. I thought you were saying the best Dragon Ball story.
No, this is Daima's. I can't judge that. I'm just saying I know it's gonna be
Yeah,
very
you
good.
can't off episode 1, even though you have some information a lot of people don't.
Well, I mean, there's also there is
Champ,
spoilers. We're not
I
gonna
want to
get
hear what
into.
Champ. I want to hear what Champ thought of it because he's another one who didn't really care for this.
Yeah, let me not be the guy talking the whole stream.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we knew that you were super hyped for this from the jump. Me and Champ were like, we'll have to wait till it comes out. I really enjoyed episode 1 so far, Champ. How about you?
I enjoyed it too. I actually am honestly, I love when they dive into new lore into Dragon Ball. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think ever since like I started watching One Piece, I just wanted like more about the Dragon Ball universe, and I like that we're finally going into the Demon Realm, something that was
Demon
teased
Realm.
since
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, since original Dragon Ball with King Piccolo. Like, I'm so
Yeah,
glad
and
we're
we
finally getting that
learned a
aspect.
couple things.
Yeah, we're learning a lot of new things. Like,
Yeah, like
and like, I don't know if we should say spoilers on here. I don't know if everyone's caught up. I
yeah,
mean,
spoilers, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about some spoilers.
And if you guys
So
are
if you
here,
want,
if you're stopping by, leave a like, make sure. But yeah, spoiler
leave a
alert.
like-a-roo, or else I won't be your friend.
Oh no. You know what? You
Oh.
guys don't want to do that to Sean, man. Leave a
Yeah,
like.
we're gonna talk a little bit of spoilers. It's not like super crazy, but it is spoilers in episode 1. So in the demon realm, we learned two things. So one of them has to do with Nameks, and they're from the demon realm, which we didn't know that. And that's actually pretty cool. And pretty much anyone with pointy ears is from the demon realm, which is what they're pretty much saying.
Which is interesting because it's like, wait, isn't like the majority of the Kais have pointy ears? So are you saying all of them came from the demon realm, like Supreme Kai, King Kai? All
I mean,
those guys
Well,
are
considering that
actually demons.
considering that Degetsu and Dr. Arinsu are siblings to Shin,
And yeah,
I could see that as a possibility. Maybe they're like, but we don't actually know where the Shinjin tree that brings birth to the Supreme Kais are. Maybe they're in the demon realm, maybe they're in the regular realm, maybe they're in a realm in between.
yeah.
We still don't know fully how that works.
Because we know what the angels look like, right? Like those they don't have pointed ears. So so what? And we
They're
know
from
that the
the angel
Kais,
realm.
and we know the Kais are like kind of lower beings to the angels. So it's like, oh, did like some demons like get like recruited to be like on the other side? Like I'm very curious on how that worked out. Like I definitely hope they go more into that and like what's that deal with like why is like um Supreme Kai, why is he a Kai and his brother and sister are still chilling out in the demon realm? Like, I really want to know about
That's not a
that, you know?
surprise at all, because even though, so basically with how Supreme Kais work, you have the regular Kais, and then the ones who don't have the pure heart, they end up becoming Makaioshins. So even though they end up like going into different places, they're still related to each other because they're Kais. They're still siblings in that regard.
Yeah, I didn't even know Supreme Kai had siblings, which that's something that piqued my interest when he's like, my older brother. I'm like, oh, whoa. And then the sister walks in. I'm like, oh, a sister too. Like,
I
what's
didn't
going
even
on
know
here?
that they
And
were.
she's
She's funny.
and she's a hot
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Oh yeah.
scientist.
Oh
Which
yeah. We're a bunch of
I'm seeing a
nerds.
trend. Someone pointed this on Twitter. Every time Toriyama introduces a new evil female antagonist,
He
he
makes her
makes them
hotter and hotter.
well, he makes them be like a scientist and always, you know, puts them like in a like hot outfit or something like that.
Like 21.
Like
Showing
like
cleavage.
21.
Same with
Technically
the
Toa.
girl from
Toa
yeah
from
from
Dragon Ball
Broly.
Heroes. I'm starting to see a trend here.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. It's called fan service.
Well, no, that's not necessarily
For us.
true. I mean, when we're thinking about other female characters, there's also Chilai, and then there's Gine. Not all of them are scientists, but I
Which
think,
one?
True.
Yeah, not all of them are.
but
Yeah,
I know what you're
but he
talking
was
about,
saying,
like the
like,
ones that
making
are
them
antagonists.
look sexier. You know, that's what he's pretty much pointing out there.
Yeah, I would say it's not okay. Bro, the people on Twitter are so stupid because they say that Toriyama like does not have enough female like female involvement,
There's-
and it's like Bulma is like one of the most important characters to all of Dragon Ball, like
Yeah,
from the
but
very
she
beginning.
started to like fade out as the main character as time progressed.
No, she's
throughout
still
the
Not
very
game.
really,
important.
to be honest.
Bro,
She played
I
an
mean,
important
she's-
role.
it is because of Bulma
her
that
and Namek.
Beerus is tame and is bro. Bulma is able to turn Beerus into her babysitter while they're off in Dragon Ball Super Broly trying to.
Let's not forget Bulma gave birth to the greatest future warrior before Super, future Trunks.
Exactly.
And I
But
do
I'm
say before
saying
Super because
she had like really big storylines. I mean, now she's more like side storylines, which is fine.
I would say in the
But she used to
past
be
two
a really big
movies,
part.
like Superhero and Broly, she had like a minimal part, but I would say she still had a pretty big part. Like in Goku Black, she helped fix the time machine. She played a part in Battle of Gods and still continues to play a support character throughout Super,
Yeah.
but it's not as
But I mean, she
big
used to
as
be like a main character, is what I'm like
She's
Dragon
going.
Ball.
I will say
and then
this
even the beginning of Z.
without going into spoilers, she's going to have a lot more involvement in Daima. She's going to
Whoa.
she's going to help the cast get to places.
Yeah.
She's
It was funny watching them all shrink.
I mean, I feel like Bulma's still gonna be smart, like even if she's
Yeah.
just a kid, like she's still gonna retain all that information.
There's this
Yeah.
one spoiler. Okay, this isn't a spoiler because this was in the trailer, but in one of the trailers, you saw like a section where Bulma's like looking in her reflection, and she's like, oh my god, as a kid, my skin is so smooth. So I like that they're sort of planting that to where why Bulma in recent Dragon Ball is having an obsession with trying to look younger. It's because she's trying to
Yeah.
like replicate
Oh
that
yeah.
the skin
Yeah.
that she had.
Toriyama continued doing that with her storyline, which was funny.
Yeah.
Something I want to
But
mention about
how'd
Dragon
good.
Balls, turning people young, or something I also want to mention is it's funny that we don't really get to see everyone turn into, like, we kind of see like in shadows, and kind of we see Goku and Vegeta turn into kids, but it's kind of we don't see the rest
Yeah,
of the crew yet turn
they're
into,
saving
like,
it.
yeah,
Well, we
which
did
is
see a little
funny.
bit of Bulma, but yeah, it was more
A
so
little bit of
Yeah.
Bulma, but it was it was Goku and Vegeta that we saw
and
fully
Krillin who dropped
transform.
his glass. He's like,
Yeah. And then we
Oh no,
also
he's gonna
have
be
our
shorter.
answer. We also have our answer of what's happening to Trunks and Goten. He's like, what if they're kids already, Shenron? He's like, oh, turn them into babies.
I
yeah,
was expecting
Now
Shenron to
now
say,
they're
"Okay, but
babies.
what if they're babies?" I was like, "What?"
yeah.
What if they're
That is
babies?
that was like an interesting thing because it did pop in my mind like, well, if you're gonna turn them into babies, why not just turn everyone into babies? You know?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. That's a good point.
Yeah. And I think
Might
it's
as
because
well.
the way that and I'm gonna explain to you what exactly this is. So Goma, obviously, he's not the smartest person there, and he's mostly encouraged by Goma.
Other people,
No, by Degasu. Yeah,
yeah.
Degasu is the one who's really like being the most manipulative and sort of influencing Goma to just be the guy that he is. Like he's not the brightest dude. He's not like Goma's not the smartest or brightest
He,
person, really.
he reminds me of
He's
Pilaf.
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. Is
Yeah.
he's confirmed to be the son of Deborah, right?
Yes, he
Like he's
is.
the
Is he?
yeah,
Oh,
because he
snippity
became
snap.
king. Because when Deborah died, he
Oh
was the
yeah, that's
heir
true.
to the
Yeah.
throne.
I'm curious about that third eye thing.
Yeah. But now we'll say this.
Tien's a demon.
The
Come
but the what was I gonna say? So
on, think
when
about
it
it.
came to
Don't lose
so
thought.
yeah, I got it. So when it comes to his reasoning as to why, so basically you're sort of just supposed to like brush it off as like, okay, he's silly. He could have made the wish way more effective, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But there was also
Yeah.
another reason why he specifically chose that. So there's a couple of factors here. Number one, he has a plan that he's gonna do later, which would eventually cause them to have to enter the demon realm to stop him anyway, since they're working with the Supreme Kais and whatnot. Or
Yeah.
number two, like, and this one I think is actually more interesting. So whenever people look at Goku and the gang, they're instantly intimidated by just how powerful that they can be. So
Yeah.
but they don't know anything about their characters. So they think that this is going to be like another other world conquering types of individuals, like, because they've always had a lot of those throughout the universe, like Frieza or Majin Buu or whatnot. Babidi, every single character that other than the character, I mean, actually, no, every single character other than Goku who has had a lot of power had always at some point had very strong aspirations to want to go and take over the world in some way, shape, or form. We saw this with Piccolo. Tien was a jerk. Krillin used to be a jerk. Yamcha used to be a jerk. They all had like these very like negative sorts of mentalities, and so that's what it would always be associated typically with people who have large amounts of power. So I can understand why Goma, when he sees Goku and Vegeta and whatnot, he can instantly see, why this character here, like, oh, they're definitely going to be a problem if I don't deal with them. They can easily get in the way. And so that's also why, like, the interesting story comes into play, in which someone like they would always have a misunderstanding of Goku. Vegeta had a misunderstanding of Goku, but then Goku with his actual character would then sort of accidentally, unintentionally have an influence on people because of the way that he is, because he aspires towards himself. What happens to everyone else is a side effect to the environment around him. That's always been the story that's being done in Dragon Ball, and that's why I think right over here, because of the fact that it's made off of an assumption that they're going to do things like that later, you're able to make more sense as to why he feels the need to turn them into kids and why he has to stop them, why he feels threatened and intimidated by their presence throughout the universe. I mean, they literally did just go and beat Boo at that point.
Yeah.
So
he feels threatened by them in case they decide to go down there.
yeah.
I'm very curious about the dude that was hiding behind that pillar that did he show up on Earth? No.
No,
We
but
just
he's in
seen
the
him behind the
trailers.
pillar.
So he's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
show up
yeah.
on Earth. You saw that in the trailer. So that guy's name is
Yeah,
Gloria.
he's gonna have a bigger part, you can tell. And I know you already know he's Star Blast.
Was anyone else having PTSD of like Zamasu seeing that Shin's brother be like all evil and manipulating, the new Demon King, be like, oh yeah, you should do this, oh, that makes you the heir, right? Wink wink. And I'm like,
Like,
am I?
wait, you're right.
Yeah, it's like I swear to God, this guy started like speaking about mortals, but he's more relaxed compared to Zamasu, because Zamasu is like so like serious all the time and stuff. This guy, you see, he has some funny moments with the new Demon King and everything. You see him like getting some gags, and like he's like, oh, to that one Namekian's like, oh gosh, you need a shower. Like he has more
Yeah.
humor. He's more. So I don't know if he's like going to be fully evil. I don't think Shin's brother's going to be fully evil, but we'll
I
see.
don't think so either.
Sean.
One thing I want to talk about with Shin is, and this is probably the biggest revelation that was like shown on that episode, was so Supreme Kai and Kibito defused.
Yeah.
And they defused by going to Boo and explaining that Boo produces some magical gas that breaks the Potara earrings and defuses. I know a lot of people are conflicted on this. I am too, but it kind of makes sense. And here's why. Because Boo is a magical being. And him to be able to diffuse the Protaras makes sense, because he was the most powerful being in the whole universe. So it makes sense that he would be able to diffuse Kai magic. The only thing that bugs me is that Kibito and Kai, I mean not Kai, Supreme Kai or Shen, yeah. If this is supposed to be canonical to the story in Dragon Ball Super before Battle of the Gods, and in Battle of the Gods they were fused, so I'm wondering, how are they going to fuse again? Are they going to fuse for like the climax? What is going? I'm very interested.
Is this story canon?
So yes, it is. This happened. This is a prequel to Super, so this takes place between Z and Super.
Okay. So it's canon.
Takes place like 1 year after Boo.
You have a point. Point.
Almost a little over a year after Boo, because they had to make the wish in order to make everyone forget about Boo.
They might have to use it again. Yes. Sorry, I'm watching the Mets game.
So there's two things that come from it. Yeah. So number one, okay, Boo. That means that both Boo being able to like reverse Potara and then the 1 hour time limit is true, but in
the 1 hour time limit is only for mortals, not for Kai.
Yes, but here's the interesting thing. So if Goku had understood that that Vegito only defused, right, because of the gas inside of Majin Buu, then at that point his mindset should be, okay, other than that, the Potara is permanent. Except he asked the question to Goasu. It's like, hey, last time we fused, we defused. Do you know why? And that's where they learned about the 1 hour thing. So basically where I'm leading to is that it makes sense in Dragon Ball Daima if they were to fuse again and then turn into Vegito, and then after that, within the demon realm, they mysteriously defuse. And right there, it's a question, because like, hold on a second, we defused again, But we're not inside Majin Buu, so why did it happen this time? So that's what adds into the clarity of Dragon Ball Super, making it to where when Goku was talking about the last time they fused, it would be in Daima as Vegito, which also makes sense
Hey, look at
because
Sean real quick. Why does he look like an anime like an
I'm doing that
antagonist
on
with the
purpose.
glasses?
He
He's got
does.
the like
I'm
the
doing it
glare in
on
the glasses.
purpose. It's the reflection of the TV.
So
I'm sorry, I had to point that out. It was hilarious.
but
I was
also
doing
too,
it
the other
purposely.
thing is that having Vegito in there also reflects what happened in GT, because towards the end of GT you had Gogeta. So this would be Toriyama taking the similar idea from GT but making it in a way in which it would work and not contradict the original material we have.
I hope so, because that would be a contradiction of why Goku and Vegeta would be asking the same question when they only know the answer, you know? That
Exactly.
would be kind of weird. So that's the thing though. The Patara earrings out of everything has like the most retcon I've seen, you know? Like there's always like another layer of lore added to it that makes you go, wait, what? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but wait, what? Why was this mentioned before?
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like Toriyama really liked adding a little bit more lore to those Patara earrings. I don't know if he did that on purpose to troll people, or he was really trying to, go into depth on like, hey, why did the most strongest fusion ever defuse inside Boo? I guess maybe both. Maybe he was doing both.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think that that's partially why he was so involved with Daima, is because he wanted to make sure that not only did Daima feel like a love, like his own personal love letter and such, but that it actually wasn't contradicting or conflicting with any of the other material. Because this is basically an interquel within an interquel. Because Super's an interquel because it takes place before the end of Z. This is another.
Yeah, we're running out of time skips. We're running out of time between the end of Super and the end of Z, and it's gonna make that whole dialogue of Bulma saying, "I haven't seen you in like 10 years." I'm like, what?
Yeah,
you just saw him like last week.
Yeah. Now I want to also answer your question about Shin and Kibito. Now we don't have an answer as to why they specifically fused at the end, at why they're fused at the end of battle at the beginning of Battle of Gods. I know why they're defused right now is because Toriyama wanted to have him as a main protagonist. But what could have caused a scenario that would make it to where why they're fused at the end of Daima, and why they had to use the Super Dragon Balls in particular to defuse during the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament, was because of the fact that maybe there's a case where Shin or Kibito become mortally wounded, and for any of them to save each other's life, they have to fuse back into Kibito Kai, right? And then and then so if a scenario takes place like that, right? Then it makes sense that why they have to use the Namekian Dragon Balls, because they would have to use the Namekian Dragon Balls to heal the part of whomever is mortally wounded, and then use another wish to actually defuse.
Yeah.
I think that's one way that they can write around it. But as of right now, we don't have the answers. We don't know how that's going to work. But that's one scenario that completely fixes.
They probably already have it. They probably already wrote it. We just don't know yet. Once maybe Daima ends, we'll see them fuse again or something. They're going to have to at some point.
Well, it's probably because everyone will go into the Demon Realm, and they did mention something interesting, that the Elder Namekian that's in the Demon Realm, he created the Demon Realm's Namekian balls, which I think there's only 3.
But he has like guards for him, which
they
look pretty cool.
Tamigami.
Yeah, he's got some like Elden Ring final bosses guarding those. So I wonder if Kibito and Shin are going to fuse to take on one of those guardians. I feel like that's going to happen.
Possibly.
I can see that.
I wonder how strong they are, because you see how shook. What's his name again? The new Demon King. Short guy.
Goma?
Yeah, because you see how nervous and scared he is if Vegeta and Goku come down there and stir up trouble. So maybe they're a lot stronger than them. Maybe Piccolo might be somebody who can fight them at this moment in time. You know what I mean? Or maybe the lower level Z fighters.
I do wonder, because now that they mentioned that, hey, Namekians did originally come from the demon realm. I I,
Mhm.
I wonder how Piccolo is going to process that information if he finds out. Because again,
Yeah.
King Piccolo, he called himself Demon King Piccolo.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I was
went
about to
back to
say.
his demon roots, and then later Piccolo's like, "Oh wait, so we're slug people? We're just aliens?" So but I
Yeah,
guess throughout throughout centuries, when they, traveled to Universe 7 and went on Namek, I guess there was like they forgot about where they came from and they just thought they were aliens. So that's gonna be interesting. I do
yeah,
love them adding more within the Namekian lore, which Piccolo's a demon,
same.
dude. Piccolo's a demon. He explains why
Demon
he's so damn
Piccolo.
strong.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even just that, but if everyone who has pointy ears has a demon, Mr. Popo's a demon too.
Yeah, he was shook by these dudes too. Usually Popo like used to be a badass back in Dragon Ball. He's not anymore though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he folded so hard
Ripped
that he offered the
he
antagonist
did.
juice.
Rip Team 4-star,
He's like,
bro.
"Oh yeah, would you like some juice?" "No, thank you." It's like, whoa, that guy fell far.
Popo, you were able to hold off a Super Saiyan child in the
Yeah, like
Buu
he
Saga.
was
What's
there to
going
like
on?
help. Yeah, he was there to help Goku train and get stronger as a kid.
Well,
So,
it is a
and he
Makaio
seemed
Shin
pretty
that
damn
he is
strong.
going up against, so I guess I can see
Yeah,
why
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
Yeah.
big deal.
yeah. So,
But
but so far, I really enjoyed Daima, and I'm looking forward to episode 2. I didn't have high expectations for it, but it
I just
definitely
realized
exceeded
something.
my expectations.
yeah,
What?
Dende was a child in Daima, right?
Who?
Wasn't he a teenager in Buu Saga?
Dende?
Yeah. Wasn't he like a
let, let me.
Mm,
teenager? Like
It
he
might
was a
be the
little bit
style.
taller? That
Let
might
me
be the style, yeah.
let me check.
But he sounded young.
no, he did.
I'm not trying to, be looking for plot holes or, stuff like that, but I just realized I'm like, wait, hold on, was Dende younger than he should have been? Because I know
You might.
Namekians live long, but like according to the Buu Saga
Do they
and Battle of the
age?
Gods,
Do they age slower?
You know
You
what?
know
You're
how like
right. Why
Baby
did
Yoda?
they? Okay.
Yeah, that's that's something that can be questionable.
That is weird.
Unless
Yeah,
the
you're right.
Namekians like grow, take longer to grow. You know what I mean? As they age
I noticed
and
something.
from child to adulthood.
Sean
But
misspelled Daima in the title of the stream.
what do you?
Ma. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a rough one. It's funny. I thought you were going to talk about something else, and you're like, "I just noticed this. He spelled Daima wrong." I thought you were gonna mention something about the Dende thing.
Mhm.
Alright, I fixed it.
Yeah, but when you okay, oh, thank you. It actually fixed instantly on my screen. So in particular, like when we consider the fact that everyone in who has long ears in Dragon Ball like are demons, we can look at it. Actually opens up the world more. So basically, the heaters are demons. They have long
Oh,
ears,
yeah,
and
they have
plus with
pointy
their
ears.
yeah, they have the pointy ears, and they got the blue skin. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that adds up.
yeah, yep. They're
Moro's
Wait,
got
the
probably from the
who?
pointy
Demon
ears.
Realm too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait, the
I don't
heaters?
remember Moro's
yeah, the
ears.
heaters. The heaters have pointy ears.
Did you read the Granola arc?
Oh, I'm still reading. No,
Yeah,
I'm still
so
in the Moro arc. No,
he didn't
I'm
get up
starting
to
to
them
catch.
yet, so
Okay. Yeah, Moro's got the pointy ears. I mean, he's definitely a demon. But
He's got to be
also,
since he's.
what is interesting is that the Saiyans they have pointy ears when they turn into great apes. And
mm,
there's
Okay, now
that's
that's
not
no,
yeah, that's
that's
not their
looking a little
natural
that's not a
form.
into it.
stretch. No, that's not a stretch because
That's not
Krillin.
their natural form, though.
No, but hold on. That's not necessarily true. What adds to it is that when Krillin was sensing the ki of the Saiyans, he referred to them as a demonic like ki, which he knows what demonic ki feels like because he went up against Devilman. Though he should have felt Devilman's ki in OG Dragon Ball.
I don't know, I think you're digging a little too much.
No, I don't think that it's a coincidence because the
I
thing
don't know,
is
that's
that
not to me, that's not their base main form, you know what I mean? like if that was their main form and they went back into human form for the hell of it, like their grade 8 form isn't like their base main form. I mean, if the grade 8 was their base main form, then I'd
I mean, that would
kinda
also
side with you on it.
that would kind of be like a little bit too much on the Saiyan lore. Like,
I
come
have
on, like
there's
legit
there's hold
Superman's
on,
Yeah.
there's more
aliens.
to this. There's more
Oh,
to this.
no.
What I have
Oh
for
my
you.
Wait, does
god.
So
Pycon have pointy ears?
Pycon don't
Yeah, he
even got
does.
ears.
Oh no, he
That's
means
right.
Tapion. I think he's talking about
Oh,
Tapion.
Tapion. Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that what
Oh,
we're
Tapion.
trying to make?
Raytheon does, yeah, but he's not canon, so.
Neither is Pycon, but yeah. Um,
He should
so
be good.
he should be. So in the sense here, originally when it came to the origins of Sun Wukong, what we understood about Goku was that he was supposed to be a regular boy who had demonic traits with him. That's particularly why, like, what the assumption was before we understood that Goku was an alien. So originally, Toriyama made it to where the retcon was that these characters are not demons, they're aliens. That's why Piccolo was an alien. Okay, he's from Namek. But now he's doing the opposite. Now he's making it to where all of these aliens actually are demons because of the introduction of the demon realm. So Goku fitting into the category, and all Saiyans fitting into the category of having demonic energy within them, makes sense within the confines of the story because of what the original interpretation was of Dragon Ball and the aliens throughout there. So, and also the simple fact that they're garnering energy from the moon. So that also, taking energy from the moon is already a representation within the mythology of absorbing evil or demonic energy in order to turn into that transformation. And that was what also added to the sort of philosophy behind Super Saiyan 4. And why also this goes into the other thing, which, why that might possibly, they might have a repurposed Super Saiyan 4 and Daima, but that's another conversation for another day. So I'm just saying, what I'm basically pointing out, the main purpose of this is to show that, yes, there is demonic aspects that are put into the Saiyans in the lore of Dragon Ball.
I wouldn't pass Toriyama because because you saw Nomura be like, why are these Moras so strong? But they don't have, they have regular ears. I wouldn't put him past him and be like, oh yeah, the Saiyans were demons. But I like to think that the Saiyans are just a unique species that can go up against gods. That makes it even more compelling, to be honest.
Right? Technically, Beerus has pointy.
I mean,
Beerus is a demon, confirmed.
He could be. It could be, but like that, we don't know if like his ears apply because his are like pointed up.
I mean, the whole
That means
Lurkai just
Poir.
mentioned the whole
That means
pointy
Poir
ear
is a
thing.
demon.
Lurkai, if you look in the comments, mentioned that the whole pointy ear thing can get out of hand, which it can, but I mean that's what Toriyama wrote. So I mean, like,
Cell is a demon because he's got pointy ears.
No, he
I
doesn't.
think
Where?
we should.
Is it? He got that?
He has a crown, bro.
Those
His
aren't
ears are like squared. They're like the squared version of Frieza ears. That ain't the same.
His ears are like rectangles.
Well, actually, hold on.
I think we should jump in now.
I just realized something. Okay, you're right, but for the wrong reason. Technically, he's a demon because he's got Piccolo's DNA.
All right, let's jump into the video now. This is getting out of control. All right, so for our last Dragon Ball topic here, we're going to talk about the new SH Figure Arts 3.0
Wait, does that
bodies.
mean that Cybermen are demons?
Yes.
Because they got pointed.
Yes, their plant comes from the demon realm. They actually are. No, they actually are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not going to get into spoilers.
No, they came from the ground.
No, the plants that created them has to come from the demon realm because they have the seeds.
Yeah, I believe that. But there's been some controversy now with the new SH Figure Arts 3.0 adult versions of the Daima, Goku, and Vegeta. Mainly with Goku. Everybody seems to like Vegeta. I think Vegeta looks great. A lot of people are kind of complaining about these single jointed knees on Goku. I mean, I'm fine with single jointed knees as long as you could hit at least 90 degrees. But a lot of people don't like the looks of them. Yeah.
The adult one or the kid one?
The adult one.
No, the adult one. Yeah, the adult one has single jointed knees. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, come on, this is a downgrade.
Oh.
I mean,
it's got to be more than 90 degrees. I want like at least 100, 120. Which they can do that off of single joints, but
Yeah, they can. They can. I think they're trying to do that to
no, they actually
not
do that with
mess up
figurized.
the mold.
Not with this one. This is not a good example.
Yeah, like single jointed knees aren't always a bad thing. I mean, yeah, we prefer double jointed knees because you do get more range out of them. Like, I mean, look at the Luffy figures. The first one, his single jointed knees
Yeah.
weren't as good because it did get restricted by the back of his shorts, but the newer one, they fixed that.
Well, here's a better
Yeah, like
example. Super Saiyan 4
single
Goku.
jointed knees can work. Yeah,
Yeah,
that does
this
go
this
all the
is
way back
fine.
right there. So they do work, but a lot of people don't seem to
I
like
mean, it
it.
looks
I'm
like
not
there is more to it if you look into that. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can
yeah,
get
yeah.
more,
So it
maybe
looks
get
like
more
it goes a
range.
little more than 90 from what I was looking at with the promo pics and everything, and like the on
yeah,
display images.
because it
What
looks
do you
like
guys?
this. It looks like this part right here, like where the cut is, like near the
Yeah,
knee. That looks like that can move or something. I
Actually,
don't know,
it
or maybe
might.
that's
I
just
don't know. It might.
Tones and Art's Boo, he's got a single jointed knee. I mean, it works for him because he's a smaller character, but
Yeah,
hey.
I mean they are better with baggy pants and Regal Tech. Their amazing Yamaguchi stuff. Pretty much all their figures have single jointed knees and they bend all the way back. So single jointed knees can work fine and give you enough range.
Hmm.
The single jointed knees aren't going to ruin the articulation. And as Champ showed in that last picture, it does look like you could definitely get more than 90 degrees with it. But we can't distinguish that until the figure releases and we have it in hand or something.
Yeah, or we see like a review of it that they'll probably put out. Actually, there's a good chance they
Oh
could
yeah,
do a
they
review because they have shown like videos where they would slightly go
show
over the
the art.
figure and articulation.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll probably get that because they just did that with the Portgas D Ace like last week or the week before that or something like that.
Mm.
So they'll probably do that with the Goku and the Vegeta. I personally love the way the Vegeta looks.
yeah.
Finally, they updated his goddamn ankle joints. Finally.
Yeah, but
Jesus
except I will say
Christmas.
this is the weirdest looking Vegeta. I feel like Vegeta needs to be looking more angularly, like this style again.
Yeah, yeah. You know what it is? It's that Daima has them look very
Chibi.
not
No,
like
but even
yeah,
Daima
like
doesn't
their adult
have that
versions
sort of
look
cartoony
kiddish.
style that the
It
Figuarts has.
Yeah, like I don't really like the figure arts Goku face. It
Mm,
just doesn't look as good. You know
It
what I
makes
mean?
them look
yeah.
younger, like from the end
Yeah,
of Dragon
it
Ball.
does make them look super young. It's also the animation style.
Well, it's
It's
Toriyama's modern designs for Dragon Ball characters that he introduced in the Kanzenshuu books.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm still
because
gonna
even
buy
like
it.
Super Goku, the Broly movie, he did look like a little younger with that anime style.
Yeah, but that was because like he's not supposed to look that different canonically from
Yeah,
how he was in the beginning of Z, for
yeah,
example. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I agree with you. They do look a little bit weird. I think that the style overall fits better when they're kids because it actually adds to like the sort of
mm,
chibi look that they got. But
no.
yeah, overall, yeah, I'm
Did
not
you
a
guys
big of a
pre-order
fan.
the adult ones?
No, I
You're not a
didn't.
big fan of them? Yeah, I didn't either. The only one I might get is Vegeta, but I haven't pre-ordered them. How about you,
Yeah,
champ?
more so for the body than the actual faces.
Well,
But
Yeah, I
these are
mean,
even
gonna
then, the
you
be
could
Saiyan
general
probably
armor,
swap
releases.
heads on them.
Aren't
What
these?
happened, champ?
Aren't these gonna be general releases?
yeah, $35
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
releases.
gonna pre-order them. I'm just
I
gonna
know
wait
what
until they come
champ's
out.
waiting for till it hits stores.
What?
The Goku and Vegeta
Oh yeah,
adult Daima versions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what he was saying.
yeah. That's I mean,
No,
the
that's what
Vegeta
it.
I can
That's
see like definitely customizing. Take off the head, maybe either put the Super Saiyan God head on there because it does look a
yeah.
little skinny on
Oh,
here. I do
I
wonder how this Goku's gonna look without the skirt piece. I do. I am
yeah.
curious
Yeah, like you could
about
even
that.
put a different head sculpt on the Goku, as long as they make the neck joints the same size as the most recently released figures. Watch, they updated the neck joints and they're totally different now, so you can't
Yeah.
do it. And be like, son of a beep. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Let me ask you guys, when we get the Dragon Ball figures, do you prefer like a barbell type joint or do you like the ball hinge that we usually get?
Which one's the barbell type of joint again?
It's a peg with the two balls on the end, like a barbell lifting weights.
You mean like a double ball peg?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
like a
prefer the double
barbell.
ball head bag over the ball hinge,
Yeah, yeah,
all the
yeah.
way.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like the ball hinges have a tendency to break more, just like
Yeah.
with wrist joints. That's why I'm not a big fan of them either. And then, say you have the hinge going that way, you got to reposition the head and try to get it so the hinge is going forward and
Yeah.
back instead of side to side. But
And
I
this
did
is
like
just
how they.
assuming that they do it right, because when it comes to Kong Studio figures, I've been having too many cases where the joint would just get stuck to the head that it's supposed to be on, the like that I would put it on, and it would
Yeah,
just, that can get really annoying. So as long as it doesn't stick to the head, yeah, it's great. It's fine. I'm all
yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
A
I,
lot of good Dragon Ball
to
stuff
be
coming our
honest,
way.
I think my main criticism with Goku, it's not quite like as fair, but that windy hair that they included, it just looks a little bit strange, and that's because of the big old seam
Mm,
that they have on the front of the hair that from where
yeah,
you
yeah.
just like change it out.
Yeah.
I just think,
Vegeta has one too, right? I think they both have one.
A
yeah, but with
windy hair?
Vegeta you
Yeah.
don't have that
Yeah,
problem with the seam because the hair is
Yeah, because
part of
yeah,
the
it's
yeah,
one
yeah.
face.
piece.
Yeah, the Goku windy hair does look a little odd. I will agree on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goku isn't like the best looking 3.0 upgrade. Like I like Super Saiyan 4 a bit more so far. Uh, but yeah, out of the two, I do like the Vegeta more, and I'm hoping moving on now because they have given us 3.0 bodies with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. They still backtrack with the 2.0 bodies, so I'm hoping now moving forward they continue with 3.0 body molds, update like the sculpt a little bit. But because Vegeta's like, yeah, his armor, like what were you saying, he does look a little odd.
Yeah, and it's because of the
Yeah,
more rounded style of Daima that they have there. It's just like
yeah,
the
yeah,
armor should
yeah.
be more fleshed out.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, yeah. Which I'm sure they'll do, like, if they do a Z version or another super version of Vegeta, it'll look a lot different compared to how the Daima one looks. But
Yeah. Someone
go
online
ahead.
drew a comparison. The Vegeta does look a lot like the Dragon Ball Evolved Vegeta that you can get at Target for $10.
Uh,
Ooh.
So there is that comparison, and they're not that wrong about it. So
Yeah, yeah. You know what? He does have like an anime heroes type look. That's what you're saying, right?
yeah,
Not yeah, anime hero. No, Dragon Stars. Same shit.
yeah, same thing.
Same shit.
Yeah,
But
it does. He does 100%.
are he should you see them in stores? Are you gonna pick them up?
If I see them in stores, I mean, sure, maybe. I'm not, to be honest, I'm
Because
not
they're
really the most excited
$35,
for
right?
them.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not excited really for any of the Daima figure art stuff. To be honest with you, like I said, I might pick up the adult Vegeta, and that's really it.
I
I think
think
damn,
they're
I might
gonna
that
be the only guy who
announce
might pick
Piccolo.
up all four of the Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah,
I think
Champs 3
that
over here with all of them. Hey guys, look,
Look, I got
I
Goku,
think
Goku, Vegeta. The only one I'm not
three
probably gonna get is
Gokus.
Piccolo, though. The kid Piccolo. I don't really feel
yeah.
like I need
I will say though, I think that what ultimately will be the deciding factor as to whether or not we pick these figures up is just how much we like Dragon Ball Daima. Like, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like you can say that about GT. Some people hate GT, people love GT, and the people who love GT, oh, you know dang well they're gonna go all for it, even though GT is really not, like, GT has had so many problems. GT has a lot of problems in its series. I do think Daima will be an overall better series than GT. But
Damn, stop.
yes,
Stop it.
there we go. We know you love GT. You're a GT maniac.
No, bad champ.
Step into the Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, like what you're saying though, we won't really know if we want to buy these until we see more of Daima. Like they might show more of the other characters that you want to get, Demon Realm characters.
Yeah.
Like that new anime, how's you guys know how it's pronounced?
I
Dandadan?
don't know.
The one I keep telling you to watch.
Yeah, that I haven't watched
When
yet.
those figures went up for pre-order, I'm like, who cares? But after watching it, I pre-ordered the main
And
character.
you'll probably sell them like 2 weeks after reviewing them.
Maybe.
Yeah. That has been the case with you, admittedly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that happens sometimes.
Let's go ahead and change it around and get through some of these comments here. If anyone wants to, like, go ahead and read them. Like, Champ, do you want to do it or you want me to do it? Whichever. Oh, and SHF.
Well, this is what was it? C said, "I just hate how GT SH figure arts are almost always premium Bandai." That
Agreed.
I agree
Agreed.
with, but
We all
you
agree.
can still get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta, and Kid Goku
Isn't
as
Goku
a general. What?
Goku's a
the
general
isn't
release, but
the
like,
Super
yeah,
Saiyan? He is a general release, but isn't the Super Saiyan 4 Goku price keep going up though? Are they
that's
gonna do another
that
reissue?
and Vegeta are general releases, yeah. But
Yeah, I know they are, but
I don't
I've
know. I
noticed.
don't know if Super Saiyan 4 Goku going up in price. I mean, he might be. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, and they'll probably reissue them again at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that is annoying that they're doing that with every single GT character. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, like I would have got Super 17, but it's like again, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
But
end
we
up
we did have
pre-ordering
that.
all of the GT
Yeah, we
I'm
we
not
figures.
we
surprised.
did have that one
Yeah,
episode going over the premium Bandai and all the
I, s-
exclusive and all this and that.
I skipped out on honestly, bro. Like, and I think it's because I'm at a crossroads when it comes to collecting. I'm still like, even though like some of the other reasons for saving money has not like it didn't work out, which I'm not going to get into on this podcast. I'm still like not really as into getting figures nowadays. I'm being more picky about stuff I really want, and Champ
Yeah,
loves GT, and
that's what
more
I am.
power to him for that.
Or what I do.
But like I'm not really that into Super 17. I'm not like, oh, I have to get Trunks and Pan. I'm not really like,
But
all
if it's
for,
Frieza, you have to get it.
well, it's Frieza, it's mandatory.
I
Actually,
told you.
no, that's not entirely true because I skipped out. I didn't even get, so there's two Frieza
Full
figures I didn't
power?
get. No, I do have full
Full
power. But no,
power.
the two, I didn't get like the third $35 colored Frieza, and I didn't
No,
get,
yeah, but that doesn't matter. That one's pretty much like a repaint reissue of
and
Final Form
and I
Frieza,
also
so I
didn't
wouldn't count those.
and I also didn't get the event exclusive Golden Frieza, but that one doesn't even look that good as
But
good as regularly.
you already had the other one.
Yeah, I already had the other one.
Yeah,
So
so you still have all the Friezas. I mean, you don't really need to get every single colored version or like a reissue or something. You do have every version they have made technically,
yeah,
so if they make, yeah, you're definitely gonna get Black Frieza. If
of
we ever,
course.
do you guys think we will get Super continued at some point after Daima?
So I would like that, and I think it makes sense. So this will very much depend on how they're able to fill in that
Manga
time
has
slot.
two of my favorite arcs
So
in Super,
the
period.
biggest reason why Super has not continued is because shoot Fuji TV wants long running shows. And because of the amount of material that we have from Dragon Ball Super, it wouldn't be enough to be able to go on for at least minimum 2 years like Dragon Ball Super did. So, in the case here with Dragon Ball Daima now going on Fuji TV, I don't think that Dragon Ball Daima is going to be able to fit all of the episodes that can go right in. As a matter of fact, I know that the animators already finished animating Dragon Ball Daima. The entire series is done,
Yeah.
and they moved on to working on another Dragon Ball movie, which I don't have a lot of details on. But
So did the manga is the manga on like a hiatus right now? Because
yeah, the manga's
remember
on a
it
hiatus
finished
because there's still
Superhero?
yeah, no, the manga's on a hiatus because the rights for Dragon Ball is in a power struggle between Akio Yoku Shueisha and Toei.
Shueisha. Okay, so they're trying to fight over who gets the rights to it.
Yeah, and it almost seems like Akio Yoku has the advantage because he did appear at the Dragon Ball Daima release thing in San Diego.
Yeah.
So, or actually, I don't know if it was
Well,
San Diego or New York or
because
whichever.
because really, out of all the super arcs, Moro and Granola are my favorite. I like that better than the Tournament of Power. I like those
Mhm.
better than the Goku Black arcs. They're my favorite arcs. It has more of a Z vibe to it, which was something I was waiting for in Super. My favorite arc is the Goku Black arc
Mhm.
because it's a threat that they're trying to deal with, which is what they deal with Moro, and then in the Granola arc. So hopefully they do get to that, and eventually they continue the manga because I'm sure the story is practically either it's finished or it needs to get finished. And Toriyama left it all to that.
Toyotaro.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
think
so I'm
the
pretty sure
main
he'll
thing
finish
is
it.
I'm still reading the more arc. I know I'm freaking slow. I need to speed up. Sorry, I have
Yes,
a
Clark
life.
Oak.
Faster.
But like But something I've noticed reading the Moro arc, it just feels like there's more care and love to it compared to the past arcs. Which I don't know if
Yeah.
that's because maybe Tortora was like kind of like, okay, well they're seeing it in the anime form, so might as well just kind of speed through it. Like, oh, they already seen this, so like let me just get through it as fast as I can so I can get to the good stuff. So it almost
Yeah.
feels like that, because
Yeah.
I feel like everyone loves the hell out of Granola and Moro arc, which I'm loving the hell out of Moro arc. Like it
Moro's my
feels it
favorite.
feels
That's my
like
favorite arc.
it does like what you said, like Sean. It feels like OG Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. What are you up to without giving like crazy spoilers?
I mean,
Are you always
I'm
halfway? Well, you don't know if you're halfway through it.
I don't even remember where I was. I think last thing I remember was Vegeta was training on Yardrat.
Okay.
Isn't he? Isn't that pretty early in it? Or
No,
is he
that's in
like
the no,
what?
that's halfway through.
Okay.
So yeah,
All
he's
right, so
actually
you're
Yeah,
early.
halfway through. All
and
right.
I think Moro's already has his army on Earth, and I think Goku's trying to
Did you
uh
meet
He's
seven
training with
three?
Mirror right now, yeah.
who?
7-3.
Oh, the guy that can take people's abilities. Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that, and
That
Gohan
dude's
and Piccolo
dope.
already fought him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
so I'm
You're
at that
getting to
point.
the real good stuff.
Yeah. What? Let me see what
But
volume I'm on.
oh, are you buying them and reading them?
Yes.
Oh, I
Wait,
just
you're
read
not
them
Okay,
on
reading
so
them
my.
on the app?
I need to get volume 13.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah.
Okay, you should. I'm surprised you're not reading them on the Viz Media app.
All right.
Yeah.
You should get your
Okay, physical
earphones ready.
media. Got it. Okay, but
Physical media.
oh, I apologize to everyone on the stream who has to
I
hear that
want
again.
physical copies. I mean, I read a lot of stuff,
I mean,
but
hey, you could still
if I
buy the
love it,
physical media, but hey, read
yeah,
it at
I
the very
still
least.
buy it. Yeah, like I'll still buy it. Like Demon Slayer, I read pretty much all of it, but I'm still buying the physical copies. Same with One Piece.
Yeah, but I like
I
to
mean, I
read
never
it
read
with
it,
the
but
physical copy. So I like to have
yeah.
my
I
first
mean, yeah, I
experience and be
prefer
like,
that too.
that
Yeah,
way I can be like,
because it is annoying widening it to make it bigger so you can read it.
yeah.
Yeah. But what are we at so far?
Plus, I like
Oh,
to
I'm
smell the manga.
hour. Smell it.
Yes, the new car smell of the manga.
Just
That
go
newly
into
paperback
Barnes and
smell.
Nobles, go straight to the manga section, and just smell the
We got
manga in
we
front
got a
of
freak.
everyone.
We got a freak in the manga section again, smelling them.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
like
it could
that.
be worse. It could be that other guy that's reading the Berserk, and God knows what he's doing.
Oh God, Berserk. I don't know.
Berserk.
Berserk's really, really messed up.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking like hentai-ish stuff? Is that what you were trying to go to with?
I mean, who knows what people do with the
Bro,
hentai
careful what we're
stuff.
talking about on this
Yeah,
stream.
yeah. Oh no, that's not like saying a real bad word. But I think we should rippity wrap it up here. Any final thoughts on anything?
Okay.
For me with Daima, I'm really looking forward to it.
If
The
Champ had a
Daima
PC, I'd
figures.
whoop his ass in Sparking Zero. Mm.
Ooh.
Well, give me
Thanatos
$2,000 and I'll
figures with
get a
live.
PC and then
You
I'll
only need
play it.
no, you only need
Oh,
one.
you need a PC to play it, yeah. One what?
One
PC?
rand.
Give me $1,000 right now. Venmo me,
Hmm.
and then I'll 1v1 you.
I could probably play it on my laptop
Yes, you
because I
actually
do have
can. I think
I do
yeah,
have
your
a gaming
system meets the minimum
laptop.
requirements.
Like if I wanted like a controller, I could buy a controller, right, and plug it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, you could just buy like a
Maybe I'll
PlayStation
just do
or
that. Yeah,
Xbox
like a
controller.
PlayStation 1 or something, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I can play games. I
Mm.
didn't even realize it. Because I have a gaming laptop, thanks to Star Blast picking it out for me.
Of course, of course. Okay. All right. So as for my final thoughts, I'm looking forward to Dragon Ball Daima. I love the lore that they added in there. The thing about the Namekian too was really cool. It was like a repeat of what they saw in OG Dragon Ball, where he restored the Dragon Balls early on without having to wait a year. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
and considering the fact that they showed the Tamigami and the and the Demon Realm Dragon Balls, that to me, that show anytime they introduce a new set of Dragon Balls, you know that at some point in the story they're going to end up using them. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that means that whenever that comes around, that's gonna be interesting to watch. And just like the story with Daima, I'm looking forward to seeing the development as well as the characters head into the Demon Realm and
Same.
figuring out what threats that
Same.
they are. But one other thing I wanted to say about Daima is that earlier to Dragon Ball Super was that if Daima has enough episodes and they get enough padding, perhaps with Daima and the arcs that they can adapt from Dragon Ball Super could allow for enough TV runtime for Fuji TV to be able to air Dragon Ball Super right after Dragon Ball Daima, since it would still be within that sort of same time slot. Now I don't know if they're currently be able to work on Super right now, but I know that with Dragon Ball Super, originally when they were planning to do it back in 2019, they were doing it with the Shintani style. But I think it makes more sense to do it now with the Chikashi Kubota style, like with the style that they've been doing for Dragon Ball Daima and the 2D sections of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Just keep on going with that, because I think that style does match Dragon Ball better than Shintani does. Shintani felt like refreshing and like back to basics, but that was also because it was in comparison to the Yamamuro style with all the highlights that we had to deal with for 2 years in Super.
Oh god.
So yeah, we're at a way better point now. And if they continue Dragon Ball Super, right, then hopefully they're way better about the runtime. I mean, with Daima they had 2 years. Anyways, I can keep on talking, but I think it's better to keep it short. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching.
What about Champ's final thoughts?
Oh yeah, Champ, your final thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here.
My final thoughts is that I am intrigued. I will keep watching. I want to see how this ends. I do. I just hope that, we just don't have a lot of retcons, That's my only, worry, but we'll see.
Yeah, not too many of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And your final thoughts, Sean.
Oh, I already gave mine.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. For those, and thank you everyone who tuned into the stream. Very nice to have you all over here. And for those who will be seeing the stream right afterwards, we will see you guys in the comments.